I'm going to be redemoing the dressing change. So the first thing I do before I go in the room would be to go over the client's or the doctor orders so I know what I'm doing today. I'd gather all my supplies and I'll go ahead and enter the room. Knock knock. Hi, my name's Cassidy. I'm going to be your student nurse today. Can I get your name and date of birth? Alright, I'm just going to check that with your wristband here. Looks good. I'm going to go ahead and provide privacy and wash my hands. Alright, we're going to go ahead and be changing your dressing today. Do you have any allergies to any band-aids or sticky adhesive? No? Alright, sounds good. Well, I have my mask, so I'm going to go ahead and put that on. And I'm going to give you your mask here if you want to go ahead and put this on and turn your head to the side. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and put my gloves on and I'm just going to take a look at your site. So I'm going to assess for any swelling, drainage, just around the dressing site. So it all looks good, so I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to start by removing the dressing. I'm going to start by pulling the outsides first so I don't pull the tubing out itself. Alright, so once I have the dressing removed, I'm going to go ahead and throw this away. I'm going to take another look at the site, assess for drainage, swelling, or anything that could have been covered by the band-aid or the adhesive in case it wasn't a clear bandage. So once it all looks good, I would have rechecked in his MAR, or not his MAR, but his chart before coming in to see the length that his tube was at so that I can make sure that it didn't get pulled out or if for some reason it got pushed in. So I'm going to go ahead and measure it from the side of insertion down to the end. Alright, looks good. Alright, so we're going to go ahead and put your new dressing on. So I'm going to go ahead and remove my gloves. I'm going to perform hand hygiene. Again, he still has his mask on and his head is turned to the opposite side to reduce risk of infection. I'm going to go ahead and grab my sterile container. I'm going to go ahead and open it up. My table is clean. I washed it with a wipe before doing it. I'm going to go ahead and pull the gloves out. We are going to pretend that I'm laying this on a table next to him, but due to camera problems, I only have a limited amount of space. So I'm going to go ahead and open it up here. And scooping it up with the other hand. Now I can go ahead and fix this side. Okay, I'm going to dispose of my container. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pull my drape out. And I'm just going to set it next to him. I'm going to grab my swabs. And I'm going to take my first swab and I'm going to scrub. I want to scrub around it because I really want to get clean. Take my second one, scrub underneath, on top, and all around. I want to scrub for 30 seconds to make sure I get really good, accurate clean. Once I've scrubbed for 30 seconds, I can go ahead and I'm gonna just let it dry. Once it is dry, I'm going to take my gauze and I'm going to put this around the site. Once I do that, I can go ahead and I can take my bandage and I am going to place it over top of the dressing. Once I do that and it's all covered, I can get rid of this stuff. I'm going to remove the outer edges. I'm going to take my pen and I'm going to label with the date, my initials, and the gauge size. Once I do that, I'm going to take my tape and I'm just going to tape the extra tubing down so it's not wiggling around. I'm going to go ahead and clean up my site, remove my gloves, perform hand hygiene. I'm going to go ahead and tell him he can go ahead and remove his mask, put his head back to where it was. I'm going to lower the bed down to a safe position. I'm going to put his collar within reach and let him know that if he needs anything to just let me know, and if he has any questions to feel free to ask.